I just sent him a picture of my daughter. We're going to be in great things. So I appreciate her. So I was in my late 60s when Matt Filer first came and broached the idea about doing a celebrity tournament. And I say this every year, but it's equally true 5 years later. I was afraid nobody would come. And we finally decided to do it. And here 5 years later, I'm in my mid-70s now. And it's just a great event. Bill mentioned we're going to be this year well over 400,000, and the total will actually be over 1.5 million in the 5 years. Now I don't know how many people, thank you. How many people would agree with me as you get older, life gets faster? And, I mean, for me, that's really the truth. And I thought about coming here today, what I needed. What I need is to be with friends. What I need is to meet new friends. What I need to do is talk about life and laugh and tease. And that's really my wish for you guys this year. It's going to be a competitive tournament. Please don't cheat. And I heard Anthony laughing back there, so yeah, I get that. But I want you guys to enjoy tonight. Tuesday, life will be there. But for 24 hours, I want you to escape the pressures and the reality of life and just enjoy who you are. Doesn't matter what kind of golfer you are. It really doesn't. I'm one of the worst ones in this room, but it doesn't matter. And that's really my goal for you guys. We would not be able to do this, obviously, without the sponsors. We've got 6 new ones this year, and you'll hear them later on as we introduce them. But I want to really appreciate the sponsors that have been with me all 5 years. Many of them have given well over $100,000 in that time. And Bill and myself and Matt and Gabby, who they did a great job. They really want to have an event that you're proud of tonight. So, So the sponsors that have been with me, you can't give money away unless you get money coming in. And we would not be at that 1.5 without the sponsors, the new ones and the old ones that have been with me. I will always appreciate you. I will always remember you. And I'll never forget your kindness. You can't have a celebrity tournament without celebrities. And to be honest, the first year, we were scrambling a little bit. But as I look at the celebrities, I think I greeted almost every one of you walking through the door. I'm humbled. I'm excited. Most of you are my friends. The others will become my friends as I get to know you. But the thing about the celebrities we have here tonight, and I've said this, I'll say this every time I'm here, they are iconic in what they do. They're iconic in sports. They're iconic in television. They're iconic in different areas of life. But they would be great people to meet if they were not iconic. They are wonderful people. They are people that will encourage you. Yes, thank you. So to the celebrities, many of you have been here all 5 years. Some of you are new this year. I just want to say thank you. It seems stupid to say, but you can't have a celebrity tournament without celebrities. We got to have them. I thank you. I appreciate that. Don't mean to offend anybody, but I have faith in my life. All that means is that I've been forgiven for the dumb shit I've done. So I'd like to pray for you. Heavenly Father, I thank you for everyone in this room, regardless of their faith, regardless of what they believe. I pray you would bless their families, bless their loved ones, bless their careers. Lord, I pray that you would anoint them and make them powerful people to make our world a better world. We need a better world right now. And there's men and women in this room that can get that done. Lord, I thank you for the pleasure of putting my name and the honor of putting my name on this tournament. I pray protection over everybody, both tonight, drive safely, and tomorrow, please don't cheat. Amen.
I traded one disease for another. I'm chronically immunosuppressed because of my medication, so I have to be careful around big groups like this. I'll be keeping my distance. I get sick pretty easy, but day to day, I keep waking up. I can't complain too much.
Well, luckily you're so tall that you could just like breathe the air over everybody, right?
Yeah. If somebody sneezes, I go, ha ha.
You said you never just say no to Phil. What's your relationship like with him? And if you can kind of take us back to when you guys first met and kind of hit it off.
Well, when we first met, I didn't really realize the family lineage, you know, that Buzz had and all that, what Buzz did for the community and for the Kings. But as we got to know each other and, you know, hanging out with Taro and, you know, we've met up with them in Denver, many years ago. That's where my wife is from. And they were there on a business trip and we were there playing. I think we were playing. I was playing for some other team. But, you know, we just keep in touch over the years and just, like I said, he called. I said, let's do it.
And then I guess got to ask you, since of course, you know, you're talking about the Kings, mentioning the Kings and their season starting in a couple of weeks. What's your outlook on the Kings this season without Keegan Murray right now for at least the next 4 to 6 weeks? You probably saw that.
I did not see that. I am sorry. I am not watching the Kings. I don't even watch NBA at all.
Gotcha. Okay. That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Seen you in years past in this event. You like kind of how it's bigger and bigger it gets?
Well, you know, with Bill, it's always good, man. We do what we have to do, man. You know, he always supports a lot of things. We go to a lot of things together, and he's doing for a good cause. The same thing what I do with my foundation and with my volunteer fish. He does the same thing. We got to understand, we're fortunate, so people can't be fortunate. We got to help these other people that get a little boost to get to the motivation. And that's all I do. I come here to support him, and he supports me.
The thing I love most is seeing you out on the course. Whether it's this one or Greg Vaughn, you come to this community and you give, even though you may not play, you have your presence known by chirping a lot as you were known in the league.
Absolutely. You know, this is in my area. You know, I'm from Oakland, California. We're in the Bay, man. We all together. It's just like with Mike Bibby. You know, he at Sac State right now. I'm going to support him a lot as well. That's my little youngster when I was playing against him in Sacramento. But it's all about support. We all got to support each other and make sure these kids understand that we support them. Give them. Our generation a little different now than we grew up. So we got to keep our foot on their neck. Make them understand how to become men, how to become a business person, do the right things, and that's what we're here for.
And well said. I mean, and you guys also have a ton of fun out there. Like I said, I mean, I talk to guys, they go, Gary Payton's always going to be talking about getting back sleep.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna get at them, and I'm going to get them drunk a little bit while they out here. So it's good. And all the holes, we go to the holes, get them drunk. But it's about having fun here and being with each other. It's a collaboration thing with us. We don't get to see each other as much as we want to, but when we come here, we get to see each other. And that's what we want to do. And it's always friends. That's why you make friends in the NBA and do things like that you can do, because it's always going to trickle in. We might see each other 15, 20 years later, and it's always a brother.
So Gary, you did say something about supporting. Will you be attending any Sac State games?
I will. I will be at a lot of Sac State games because, you know, I'm at the junior college of Alameda down, and Bibby is recruiting my little point guard. So I'll be there. I'll be back and forth, seeing a lot of things, supporting him because that's my guy. You know, I gotta support him. And then my little nephew, my O'Neal kid is on there too. So it's all good. I'll be there.
Did you ever think that it would be a time that, you know, you would be coaching and you see a Bibby coach or?
Never. I didn't think me and Mike would see where we coaching, but I think we knew that we were pretty good at it, and we can get to a lot of kids. A lot of kids are going to respect us for who we are, and you recruit them kids that do that and that want to be better. And I recruit kids that want to be better, and then we get them to a mentality where it stops from doing the stuff that they did. I got a kid that just came to me the other day. It was like, Coach, I always had my pants sagging. I always defiant, but I knew when I came to you, I was going to have to change my ways. And now he's one of my better basketball players to get recruited. So I'm good with that, man, and I like that. That's what I want to hear from these kids, that they're making a change.
When did that start for you to where you wanted to have that type of impact on someone's life from a coaching aspect?
Well, I think it started from me when my father passed away in 2015. My father coached me until I was in high school. And on his dying bed, he always said, look, you're on this earth for some reason. It's for to help other people. God gave you ability to do the things, and now you're a leader. And that's what I did, and I just started leading like that. And then I started thinking about it, and I said, I think my dad is right. I think I got to help these kids because they respect me in that way.
Well said.
Right on,
Pleasure
man.
talking to you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Have fun tonight.
All right.
to have so many supporters here, and it's just been a special thing that he's been able to develop over the past 5 years. I think I'm supposed to say a little bit about Buzz Oates as a company as a whole, but we have a lot of flyers out here, so read up if you want. Buzz Oates gets mistaken often for a weed-infused oatmeal company, which that it is not. It is commercial real estate, so that's always fun. But yeah, I just want to say thanks, and I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to Buzz Oates, it means a lot to my dad, Phil, and it really means a lot to our community.
Did you want to just show up and feel like so that's why I come every year, man. He's just a good dude that does really good hard, really tries hard, really means well, really operates in that space on a daily basis.
Did the competitive juices with this group in particular, did they come out in the golf course?
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of athletes here, so you know, and they're competitors great too, like myself. So it's the guys that they do it all their lives and they train. And me, you know, I show up, write that down for me, buddy. You know, so yeah, that competition can happen. So a lot of really great people who support him, some of these athletes, and Anthony. So yeah, man, it's a competitive energy. And now I won't be able to play. I got to go back in the neighborhood premieres tomorrow, and I got to shoot some more. So I got to be gone in the morning. So I can't be here tonight.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Isn't it amazing to be able to have an event that can bring someone like Cedric the Entertainer and Barry Bonds together to compete in something like the golf course?
Yeah, man, that's what's great. That's what's great. They're doing it all for a great cause, you know, for a good person. And you get to have fun. I know, you know, coming to Sacramento has always been great because they find really cool golf courses and restaurants and hotels. And you're surprised by the town, like, you know, because a lot of people kind of come through here either for business and they come and go, right? But when you get to spend a day, like, going to a great golf course, hanging with cool people, you know, being a part of the city, you're like, man, Sac is a vibe, man.
That was it. I mean, my final question is, when you think of Sacramento, what comes to mind? You've been in this community several times.
Yeah, man. So I've come to make great friends here. It's great food, time, smart business happening. I like Sacramento.
How long you been coming? Oh, I'm sorry. One more question. How long you been coming to Sacramento? Because I done seen you at a couple of these golf tournaments, man.
Many years. I came as a stand-up many years
right.
ago, like in probably in the early 90s, you know, early mid-90s I used to come, and then from there on, you know, just always coming to town for different things. You know, partners with Phil, Alan Warren.
Yes, Alan Warren.
A lot of these guys are good folks, friends of mine. We are part of I like being a part of the city for that reason.
So it's like a home away from home.
Yeah,
but
without the tax. Pay enough of those already, dog.
Thank you, Mr. Entertainer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
I've been a part of it, you know, I'm flying in and stuff like that, but I'm here, you know, I mean, it feels great now. You can't say no to Phil. Maybe I had to leave a little bit early for the golf tournament, but we get to practice.
Yeah, what just seeing how big this is, like one man, he has so much connections to so many different people.
I like it. You know, I mean, I'm glad that I was even getting the chance to get invited. You know, I didn't really know Phil was here today and stuff. But after the fact, you know, I got to know Phil and stuff. Of course, it's Sac State as well. Just let them know.
Yeah, and finally, I know, just in case I don't get to your practice this week, you got an exhibition coming up at the end of the week. Just how much are you guys looking forward to getting out on the court and playing some opposition?
It's gonna be good, you know, just get this, you know, kind of test to see where we're at. But we want to win, of course, but that's not the goal. I'm trying to see what, you know, guys can put together and let everybody make it right.
How'd you like the
It was fun. It was fun. I like, you know, the guys and the kids have fun. It's all about the kids. We try to put this together. You know, the guys will take us together. So, you know, just all good as well.
I don't know.
Seeing you in years past at this event, you like kind of how it's bigger and bigger again?
Well, you know, with Bill, it's always good, man. We do what we have to do, man. You know, he always supports a lot of things. We go to a lot of things together, and he's doing for a good cause. The same thing what I do with my foundation and with my volunteer fish. He does the same thing. We got to understand, we're fortunate, so people can't be fortunate. We got to help these other people that give a little boost to get to the motivation. And that's all I do. I come here to support him, and he supports me.
The thing I love most is seeing you out on the course. Whether it's this one or Greg Vaughn, you come to this community and you give, even though you may not play, you have your presence known by chirping a lot as you were known in the league.
Absolutely. You know, this is in my area. You know, I'm from Oakland, California. We're in the Bay, man. We all together. It's just like with Mike Bibby. You know, he at Sac State right now. I'm going to support him a lot as well. That's my little youngster when I was playing against him in Sacramento. But it's all about support. We all got to support each other and make sure these kids understand that we support them. Give them. Our generation is a little different now than we grew up. So we got to keep our foot on their neck. Make them understand how to become men, how to become a business person, do the right things, and that's what we're here for.
And well said. I mean, you guys also have a ton of fun out there. Like I said, I mean, I talk to guys, they go, Gary Payton's always going to be talking about getting back sleep.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna get at them, and I'm going to get them drunk a little bit while they out here. So it's good. And all the holes, we go to the holes, get them drunk. But it's about having fun here and being with each other. It's a collaboration thing with us. We don't get to see each other as much as we want to, but when we come here, we get to see each other. And that's what we want to do, and it's always friends. That's why you make friends in the NBA and do things like that you can do, because it's always going to trickle in. We might see each other 15, 20 years later, and it's always a brother.
So Gary, you did say something about supporting. Will you be attending any Sac State games?
I will. I will be at a lot of Sac State games because, you know, I'm at the junior college of Alameda down, and Bibby is recruiting my little point guard. So I'll be there. I'll be back and forth, seeing a lot of things, supporting him because that's my guy. You know, I gotta support him. And then my little nephew, my O'Neal kid is on there too. So it's all good. I'll be there.
Did you ever think that it would be a time that, you know, you would be coaching and you see a Bibby coach or?
Never. I didn't think me and Mike would see where we coaching, but I think we knew that we were pretty good at it, and we can get to a lot of kids. A lot of kids are going to respect us for who we are, and you recruit them kids that do that and that want to be better. And I recruit kids that want to be better, and then we get them to a mentality where it stops from doing the stuff that they did. I got a kid that just came to me the other day. It was like, Coach, I always had my pants sagging. I always was defiant. But I knew when I came to you, I was going to have to change my ways. And now he's one of my better basketball players and getting recruited. So I'm good with that, man, and I like that. That's what I want to hear from these kids, that they're making a change.
When did that start for you to where you wanted to have that type of impact on someone's life from a coaching aspect?
Well, I think it started from me when my father passed away in 2015. My father coached me until I was in high school. And on his dying bed, he always said, look, you're on this earth for some reason. It's for to help other people. God gave you ability to do the things, and now you're a leader. And that's what I did, and I just started leading like that. And then I started thinking about it, and I said, I think my dad is right. I think I got to help these kids because they respect me in that way.
Right on, man.
Talking to you, sir.
Thank you,
Man,
thank you.
thank you. Have a good evening.
Have fun tonight.
I got the footage. I can tell the story.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I was gonna say I'll jump in on that.
Okay.
Right here. Thank you. So I
Mr. Leonard, could we have a couple minutes with you?
Yeah, we'll just have
Fox 40 over here. Yeah.
Hey, how are you, brother? Coming over. All right, no problem. We first met on the set of Life. I was a production assistant. Oh, really? A long time ago. Doing security. And my first movie, man. It was so much fun. Yeah. I was like, you know what's crazy? Everyone was like, everyone was watching my play. Yeah. I was like, I just remember hearing that. Obviously, yeah. So much fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Now I'm doing journalism here at the sport. It's like, okay. What is it about this event keep bringing you guys back year after year? First and foremost, Phil keeps us coming back, man. Just what he's been doing in the community and everything about that. We've established a friendship. And what's crazy, I was just over hugging Phil. You know, we've known each other 5 or 6 years now. And he said, you know, Anthony, I don't know you that well, but I want to get to know you. And I was like, Phil, that's what this friendship is about, man. You know, it's about getting to know each other and supporting one another for, you know, personally and for all of our causes. And so, you know, that's what gets us all coming up. Phil is just a great individual and what he's doing with the community, you know, speaks for himself. What have you come to expect from the competition of golf with this group? Well, you know what? Coming dressed to impress is half the battle. Okay. You know, that's what you do. So I always pack the best outfit that I can. And if they see me walking up to the driving range, I'm like, oh, here comes business. And hopefully my swing doesn't disappoint me, which it has been lately. But, you know, we're here for a great time, you know, great calls. We know the majority of everybody here that's really just here to just have fun, smoke cigars, talk trash, and, you know, raise money for the foundation.
So you go dressed. Cedric usually does too. Is he the one that's hardest to beat out? I know he's not going to be there tomorrow.
No. We try to outdo one another. You know, that's what it is. We try to outdo one another. That's our own friendly golf competition right there. You know, we couldn't care less about what happens on the course. It's about how we show up.
Final question for me, since I first met you on the set line, I seen you up in Tahoe for a golf tournament there. Just what do you remember about this community when you were shooting that movie in this area?
You know, that was going back to 1998. You know, we were way out, you know, in open fields and farmland. I had a couple of friends who lived here that I got to visit that I hadn't seen since college. But, you know, it's always about change. You know, that's 25, 26 years ago when I was here last. It's always about evolution. This wasn't here, you know, 26 years ago. My relationship with Phil wasn't here 26 years ago. So it's just about evolving and changing and growing within the community that you're in. And that's why we're all here again. It circles back to that. You got it. Is your mother still with us, man?
Yeah, she is. And my uncle, too, we had a security company that happened anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
all right, well, please tell your mother I said hello. Okay.
I got 2 questions for you.
Yes, sir.
How many of these charity events that you attend to, Anthony?
You know, I try to attend as many as I can. You know, Cedric has a tournament that I come to. I have my own tournament that Cedric comes to. Everybody in here comes to. We do Phil's. There may be 8 or 9 that I go to a year. but there's so many. But it's all about, you know, what these individuals are doing within the community, what they're doing with their foundations, you know, and how they're helping. You know, Cedric and myself, we support the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Yeah.
I also support the Children's Hospital of LA. I recently went back to Howard University, got my degree, and I'll be teaching at Howard this year. So now the focus of my foundation is about scholarships for, you know, black and brown kids, you know, to go to college, in particular HBCUs. So that you know, we're all over the place. We're doing with our foundations, and that's why we support one.
Now, is one of your foundations supporting diabetes? Because I know you are involved in that.
My foundation doesn't support it, but I'm a spokesperson for Novo Nordisk, and we've created a program called Get Real About Diabetes. And people can go to getrealaboutdiabetes.com to our website and see the information that's provided there. Information about, you know, what to do if they're diagnosed, what to do if they feel that, you know, they need to get to a doctor or whatnot. It's just informational, and we shoot content and we put it out there for the community to consume. And so to ask questions, to answer questions that they might have, but just really to bring awareness to the community, in particular the African American community, about type 2 diabetes. And that's why I do it. I lost my father to type 2 diabetes. I'm a type 2 diabetic. My mother is. And it's something that affects us all. So I want to be an inspiration and an aspiration to people. And I go out and I talk about it to let people know that, you know, just because I'm successful and you see me on television and film, that, you know, these things affect me as well. And I just hope to be a leader in that field to encourage people to take care of themselves. Yeah.
And my last question, why is it so important for us, people like us, and including the black community, to give the way you do? Why is that so important?
It's our responsibility to lift as we climb. You know, that's what it's about. And to pay it forward. Someone made an opportunity for me, someone helped me and lifted me as they were climbing, so I have to pay it forward and do the same thing. That's why it's important. That's why I'm in the community. That's why I'm in events like this, you know, to bring awareness, to bring my celebrity, to write a check, but more importantly, just to be there and have a presence, to show people that we care, and together, if we can galvanize together to make things happen.
Right on.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.